everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends looking to find seams in the secondary. It's the Browns going up against the Lions. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Guyton here in the booth. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And you know, Charles, Larry took a moment to highlight a couple of the tight ends that we're going to see in this game. Both of these teams really look to get them involved in the offense early and often, don't they?
And we continue to see in the NFL how the tight end is becoming more and more of a highlighted position. Some of these guys can flex out like wide receivers. A lot of them can come inside, block as well as catch passes. He's exactly right. Tight end, that's a position we'll continue to follow as this game unfolds.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the ninth-year man out of Georgia, their quarterback, and that's Matthew Stafford.
The arm has always been evident. The maturity has really increased in the last couple of seasons. How about 2016 for Matthew Stafford? 8 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime, the most by a quarterback in a single season in the Super Bowl era. In fact, one Detroit newspaper put the odds of all those comebacks occurring at 8.65 billion to 1.
It's crazy. 8.65 billion to 1. I don't know that lightning will strike twice, but what a season. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And we look now at the Lions offense.
One way I really judge a player's value is when opponents know what your strengths are, yet they still can't take that away. That tells me you're a heck of a player. For Theo Riddick, everyone knows about his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, yet he's still the primary target for Matthew Stafford on just about any passing situation.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, it's Abdullah. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Danny Shelton is a mountain of a man who's at his best when he plays nose tackle and controls 2 and sometimes 3 gaps. Surprising the people at his weight and at his size is his stamina and his ability to move up and down the line of scrimmage to make plays.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they built that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down throw. Stafford to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking downfield for Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. That'll bring up second down.
Well, he decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Kaiser now after the fumble recovery. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang. But it's second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
On second down, Kaiser again. His throw incomplete. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. We get a glance at the Browns defense as they file into position. And as we're going to see right here, they have been laying some pretty electrifying hits in this one.
And these are for real. Okay, as you watch, think about putting yourself in that spot, about being the ball carrier or the receiver.
I don't want to.
And then taking that shot, it is something else. It's not like when we were watching that video clip where they showed you how they make sounds for movies. This is for real.
Stafford on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Second and 10, Stafford again. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete. In his 5th year from Appalachian State, it's Sam Martin on to punt. Jabril Peppers is deep for Cleveland. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. To throw is Kaiser. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
A second down throw now for Kaiser. A little dump off for Crowell. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it third down. Third down, Kaiser. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a handoff to Crowell. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Second down following the run. Play action now. Kaiser. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. First down, Kaiser. And that's incomplete. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012.
Still second down.
After the penalty, it's Corral. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Bryce Treggs, 36 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I like the play action there on 2nd and short, partner. You try and convince those safeties you're going to run for it. Hit them with that play action, looks like a run, and then try and go over the top. Didn't work, but I like the play call.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And he'll get this up only to about the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
When we talk with people about what we think the most important quality for an NFL quarterback to possess, what do people usually say?
Arm strength, and he showed the arm strength there.
Yeah, pretty good bullet pass he threw, but he wasn't accurate, was he?
No.
Listen, you like mobility, but accuracy, first and foremost, is what a quarterback needs. He didn't possess it on that play.
Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They go play action. Kaiser. And this one is incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game was we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Crowell. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. The Browns have the early lead. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Off the play fake, Kaiser. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Let's discuss Amir Abdullah. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They go with Abdullah again. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Stafford looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Play faked Abdullah. It's Stafford. Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, it's Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And on second and 10 now. Throwing again. Stafford. Over the middle, it's Fells. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They go back to Riddick. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Following the penalty, Abdullah slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. The Lions on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense. Trot back out there. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. A first down carry now for Crowell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. They keep it with Crowell on first. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's a give to Crowell, and he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Second down, Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. The Browns on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Kaiser. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
This is Crowell. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, you've got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Play fake. Kaiser. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jared Davis, the rookie from Florida. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Kaiser. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
On 4th down, off goes Kaiser. On comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal attempt. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On first down, Stafford here. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Yeah, thank you. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. Out of the gun, Stafford. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Complete to Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. From the gun, Stafford toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to T.J. Jones that time, and it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To the air again, Stafford. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it 1st and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Kaiser now to throw on 1st down. Going underneath for Crowell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Second down, Kaiser. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
it's Crowell. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Lions haven't played their best football and trail because of it. The Browns will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Stafford's on point with the throw, and he'll end up at their own 45-yard line before being tackled. Lions will later lose possession on a forced fumble.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Crowell. And Crowell lost the football.
That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. 2nd down here. Now it's Crowell. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. A swing pass caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll come out in the pistol. Offense working with a second and goal now from the 3. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this offense on third down today, they've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is third and goal. Here's Crowell. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they take it all the way to the 1-yard line, but in the end, they opt for 3.
I know if this was a video game, they never would have gone for the field goal because, Brandon, who kicks field goals in video games? But you've got to make sure you get points. And that was as easy a 3 as you can get.
You kick field goals in video games. That's who kicks field goals in video games. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's Abdullah running right. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter. No time to panic. That also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
10 yards still left on second down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
The Lions on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And some room to roam now. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Ebron with it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll run with Crowell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another 1st down.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland 1st.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Still 1st down.
Play action now. Kaiser. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And now it's 2nd down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Kaiser to throw it. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 4th down, off goes Kaiser. On comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal attempt. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know it's a cliche, and coaches always talk about it's a team game. We need all 11 to win. But let's face it, Detroit really needs Amir Abdullah to have runs like that all season long.
Missed a lot of time with injuries, especially recently. Now, Theo Riddick wound up leading the Lions in rushing last year, but just 357 yards. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So after the mistake by the offense, it cost him 5 yards, and now 1st and 15. Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island there. Easy.
Here's Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. From the gun, Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been terrific so far. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Deshaun Kaiser making his way out to the huddle. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent. Just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader. Making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this third and fourth quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Here we go.
Again, it's Crowell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Brand 38.
To throw, Kaiser. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Holding offense.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. He sets to fire deep. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. A beautiful fake. Room to run inside the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Isaiah Crowell, 52 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by an Isaiah Crowell touchdown run. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First down at Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd and 10 here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And they finally get to him as he's taken down. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner. 3rd down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on 3rd down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Christian Kirksey from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Kaiser now on second down. He gets away from one, and he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a third down. Kaiser on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Amir Abdullah gearing up now to lead this offense. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync, because early in a game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets, and you might not block them quite the way you want to, but as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Stafford on 1st down. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And down he'll go at the 25. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. Now Stafford. This is screen to Abdullah. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danny Shelton in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep here for Ebron. And this is going to be incomplete. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. A gutsy decision there at this stage in the second half in their own territory, and a decision that they might regret.
Can't wait for the post-mortem. You know, this post-game press conference, because the questions are going to come fast and furious about this decision, no matter how the game turns out, right? What were you thinking there? Why? Did you have a certain play call? Were you confident in your defense? Oh, yeah. Why? It's going to keep coming up.
Yeah, no matter the scoreboard, just tough to justify. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Play fake. Kaiser. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Ricardo Lewis, 33 yards. And the Browns continue to roll. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. Pretty clean and simple there. Just two plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On first down, Stafford here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, Stafford. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Second down following the incompletion. To throw again, Stafford. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Danny Shelton in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, in a very one-sided affair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yeah, I think you're right about that because we got to try and keep people around. We don't want them to change the channel. Stay with us in this game. Is that Ben Ramsar? Are you hearing from Ben on the headset here telling us stretch this thing out a little bit?
Get some talking points. Dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer. Keep them here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup here as he'll get up to about the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down.
Here we go.
From the gun, Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists where they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The number 1 overall pick, Myles Garrett. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. So there you go, sack number 1 in the career of the number 1 pick, Myles Garrett.
Oh, I can't wait to see how he continues to adapt in the NFL. We know he's got speed. We know he's got length. What kind of change-ups and counters is he going to have to deal with those NFL offensive tackles?
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Still third down.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it again with Crowell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Kaiser. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On first down, Stafford. His throw caught at about the 5. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And the offense inside the 5 here at the 4. It's first and goal. Alone to the right is Jones. From the gun, here's Stafford. And it's caught. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.